Hey there, Pisces. Welcome to your money ritual. The winner of this reading is Anjana. As you guys have heard, I hope that if you want me to read for you personally, I'm happy to do it. All you need to do is what Anjana did, which is to email me with her birth sign and a question, and then I create a reading for her birth sign, which is Pisces, but I'm holding Anjana in my heart as I pull these cards. The reason this works is because birds of a feather flock together, and there's no accident that you, my friend, are listening to this reading today. You are a soul sister or soul brother to Anjana, because we all have a common theme of too much worry when it comes to money, right? So I've gathered up my elements here. I have the shells for the water, the feather for the air, the citrine for the earth, and of course fire. And those four elements are bringing to us today the opportunity to walk through a portal into a new experience with how we think about money. Okay, these are found objects that I collect on my walks with my dog Murphy. I love circles because of what they speak to my heart about the fact that we are always crossing over from one portal to the next. We're on a constant walk of expansion. We're always being challenged by spirit to expand our current point of view. Okay, so I've got my golden tarot here. I've got my career and life oracle deck, and I'm going to just move my mandala over to the side so I can jump right into the cards. Now, with these special rituals, what we do is we invite in spirit in all the forms that are available. We're going to read 3 of our tarot cards, 3 of the oracle cards, and then we will finish doing energy tapping, otherwise known as EFT. It's the fastest and easiest way that I know to get a change in our habits and mindset. Okay, Anjana? So thank you for writing to me. And now let's draw the cards for you and for the collective. What is it that my dear Pisces friends can most benefit as we go into the month of September? When it comes to money, finances, career, what is the overall energy that Spirit has for my dear Pisces today? Thank you. What else? What can we share? Thank you. Ooh. Oh gosh, thank you. Okay. Wonderful. Let's see. Well, we have our Chariot card that showed itself. So the Chariot is a card of action. And I love how you can see the circle behind the figure. They're just coming through a portal. They're getting ready for something new. So Pisces, what a wonderful way to start. And then we have our Two of Swords. And this is an interesting combination of cards here because there's some indecisiveness going on. There's been hurt. There's hurt feelings, Pisces, hasn't there? You may be in a position in your career that is harming you. You may have lost control of your money. Things may be happening that are against your will, and you're guarding your heart, holding those 2 swords up, wanting to defend. Okay, so let's look at our third card. Oh, okay. And the King of Cups. All right. So when you have had experiences, Pisces, where there's been a lot of hurt feelings, it can be hard for you as a water sign to let bygones be bygones, to be able to get up and walk away from the hurt feelings in the past. If you look at our figure, you can see that her feet are free. She could stand up, lay those swords down, and walk forward into her new life. But there's something in you, and the word resentment comes to me. There's something about the way you have been treated in the past that was so unfair. It was terribly unfair. And you may have felt muted, that you couldn't speak for yourself. Notice that she's blindfolded. Sometimes the hurt feelings that we experience can impact us so deeply for years to come. And Spirit is saying, enough, enough. With the Chariot, it's time to move. And you, in a way, are holding yourself back by clinging to some old thoughts and feelings that are in your energy from the past, okay? Now, why do I say that? Because here we have the King of Cups. And the King of Cups is all about mastery of emotion, okay? Mastery of emotion. Now, in the picture, you can see there is water, same as here. But in this picture, we see someone who is in their element. Notice how the portal behind him is almost complete. What we are seeing, Pisces, is the time has come for you to mature, to say to yourself, look, life is hard sometimes, but I can master anything I set my mind to. A great mantra to say is, everything is always working out for me. This King of Cups knows that that is true. This figure with the Two of Swords does not believe that everything's always working out. This figure is stuck, worried, and afraid. So Spirit is here. I'm so glad you're here today, Pisces, because we're going to tap through this resistance, this fear of going forward. We're going to be tapping on that very it's like, what do you call it? It's like fake news. You know, it's not true. You are not a limited being, even though you may be living in a limited way. Once we align ourselves with Spirit's way, once we start doing stuff the divine way, everything falls into place. Does it mean overnight there's financial success? Occasionally, but not typically, because becoming appreciative, truly appreciating what you do have going for you right now, is the quickest way to join the Chariot energy and accelerate into mastery. When you can master your feelings about money, realizing that everyone has the same issues you do, Pisces. Everyone has the opportunity for worry. Everyone has the opportunity to stop. Everyone has the opportunity to rest in resentment. But the winners are the ones that pick up the pieces and keep moving forward. Now I'm going to draw from the Career and Life Oracle deck for us, so we can just get a little bit more information about what could be blocking our money expansion. Let's look. Okay, Pisces, so glad you're joining me today. Let's see. First, we have people skills. All right. And it's a pineapple. Interesting. You have a flair for working well with others. You could be a diplomat, counselor, salesperson, or head of a company. I love this so much for you, Pisces, because the pineapple symbol. Pineapple is always a sign for me that somebody is prickly on the outside, but sweet in the middle. And I feel like this has been true for you, Pisces. Your heart is in the right place. You never intended to get yourself into this situation of being stuck, of being resentful, and holding on to your hurt feelings. It's not your style, but life has been cruel, hasn't it? And there's been so many things that have happened that you've kind of locked yourself into this prickly shell, and it's not who you are. You have people skills, mad people skills, but you've forgotten who you are. All right? So it is critical that you lay down your arms. The tapping will help you, but how you talk to yourself needs to change. Being appreciative, finding something to be grateful for, even in your situation, is the magic elixir. Gratitude changes everything. You need to stand up and walk away from your resentments and pain about money. Taking walks outside, finding abundance wherever you can. Look at the plants, look at the birds, look at the trees. See abundance. It will help you walk out of this situation. Don't forget your sunglasses. Let's see what we have for the Chariot. And we have Frozen. There, let me hold it up so you can see it. There may be a hiring freeze or no new work now. Being aloof can leave you out in the cold. A warm follow-up gets you in the door. What we see here is this is the Chariot's encouragement to you that you are not frozen. You're just not frozen. You think you are because you're blindfolded. But when you ride with the warmth of that Chariot energy and you start to really address how you are talking about your money life, being frozen or stuck in place is simply a story that you're telling yourself. When you can believe, when you can cling to the fact that the divine has fire waiting for you once you make that decision to walk away from the hurt in the past, you will thaw as you believe and lean on divine understanding. Okay, that is the only way out of your situation, is to lean on the divine. Let's see what we have with the King of the Cups, and we have flexibility. You'll need to see in the dark to maneuver the coming changes. While it seems extreme, just hang in there. This too shall pass. What does this mean? Remember, we talked about how your mission, should you choose to accept it, is to walk yourself forward from the immaturity of worrying and being cross and upset and angry about the money stories of your past, and to attain mastery, where no matter how stormy it gets, emotionally you stay upbeat and believing that everything always works out for you. It may not go as quickly as you want it to, because you've gotten yourself into a rut, like a big hole in the road where it stops your progress because you have been resting in resentment. Pisces, I apologize if this reading is hitting you between the eyes. I do tend to tell it like it is, but holding hard feelings towards other humans will absolutely keep you frozen, and it'll keep things moving slowly. It may feel weird to you to trust spirit more than you trust your own mind, but it will get results for you. Okay, so now we're going to do our tapping. And what you do, I'm going to give you this, the tapping points. They are published on the community tab on the site. But for today's purposes, you can tap on the side of your hand with all four fingertips. It's called the karate chop point. And then when I go into the tapping script, you can just tap your inner wrists together ever so gently and repeat my statements, okay? And be sure to leave a comment underneath and ask any questions you want. And you may also send me an email at patternbreakertarot@gmail.com and ask any questions you want about this reading or about tapping. I'm happy to help you. Okay, so on the side of the hand, simply repeat after me, my dear Pisces. even though there's a part of me that can resonate with having hurt feelings when it comes to money, there's another part of me that is doubtful, excuse me, and afraid. And even though those two parts are in conflict, I deeply and completely love and accept myself anyway. And even though there's a part of me that does not want to lay down my swords, how will I protect myself? There's another part of me that wants desperately to sip from the cup of prosperity. And even though I don't understand how Spirit will work this out, I completely love and accept myself anyway. Now I'm feeling like a lump in my throat. There's energy that's trapped in my upper body, and so you may be feeling that way too. Just keep tapping. And if you burp or yawn, it's very normal. It's a sign of energy moving. Okay, so tapping those inner wrists together or following along with the tapping points. On the eyebrow point, I am hurt. Side of the eye. Money has not been fair with me. Underneath the eye. I never have enough. Underneath the nose. I can't find my answer. Chin. People have hurt me. Collarbone. I have spent money foolishly sometimes. Rib point. Sometimes I'm sometimes I'm filled with self-hatred. Underneath the arm. I'm so afraid and nervous. Top of the head. I want to live more freely. Eyebrow. I want to hop on that chariot and ride into my successful future. Side of the eye. I want to master my emotions when it comes to money. Underneath the eye. I don't know what to do. Underneath the nose. I hope my inner being knows what it's doing. And the chin. I've never tried tapping before. Collarbone, but I'm desperate for an answer. Rib point. Part of me is tired of feeling resentment about money. Underneath the arm. Part of me is tired of feeling fear. Top of the head. I am ready for changes. Eyebrow. I don't have to know what's going to happen next week. Side of the eye. I don't have to know what's happening tomorrow. Underneath the eye. I can turn my focus underneath the nose to something I'm grateful for. And the chin right now. Collarbone. With the divine holding my heart. Rib point. I can lay these swords down. Underneath the arm. I can take off my own blindfold. Top of the head. And I can walk forward with gratitude and appreciation for all that's going well in my life right now. Okay, good. Now in the center of the chest, take a breath. And repeat after me. Taking responsibility for my own well-being. Good. I release to the cellular level all the doubts and fears that are ready to go. I release to the deepest core of my being any vows I've taken or, or words I've spoken that have hurt my own heart, and I let them go. It's okay, Murphy. I release to the cellular level any old beliefs or worn out storylines that describe my life in ways that no longer serve me. I release to the core of my being and back through generations any vows of poverty that have been taken by me or my family line. Good. And laying your palm right on your chest, right where you were just tapping. Take a couple of breaths as if your palm was breathing right into your heart, and just press your chest. Take a couple breaths. And another breath. Good. And repeat after me. I am so happy and grateful now that I can choose a new story for myself. I am so happy and relieved now that I can lay down my self-defensive swords and walk away from all that drama. I am so happy and relieved now that Spirit is meeting me where I am and guiding me to my mastery. Good. And one more. I'm so happy and relieved now that I feel hope in my heart. Good. Shake out your hands and wrists. And there you have it. If this was the first time that you tapped, welcome to the tapping crowd. I'm so glad you are here. Once again, thank you so much for being here with me today, Pisces. And thank you, Anjana, for bringing me to the Pisces family. Go forth and prosper. Have a beautiful, beautiful rest of your week. And remember, the best mantra I know is everything is always working out for me. Take care now, my beautiful Pisces. See you at the next reading.